Hello, I'm back again on my YouTube channel. So it's been a while and I actually needed a break, so it feels so weird to be back. So I'm back with a video how to be better. So a lot of us are so in the energy whereby we are not happy with where we're at, despite the fact that we know that your situation will change whatsoever. But sometimes some of us, we need some people or maybe some words in order for us to change our own situation to be better. So I made this video, it's about how to be better. So I feel like this was more like as something that I feel like a lot of people need to have this kind of information. And I know a lot of people, maybe they are aware of this information, but sometimes you need someone who's gonna say it so that you'll be like, oh yeah. Because sometimes you hear a lot of things, you hear a same things people say, like get over it, or but sometimes you just need someone who's just gonna tell you in a way that you're gonna understand. Because as much as we are flooded with information, we are flooded with whatever information that we come across, it's not always us getting it. It's not always getting it. Sometimes we're like, I need to listen to someone else. But I'm not saying you're supposed to always listen to other people, because it's your life. You are the fucking actor. You are in it. You are doing it. So okay, I said I'm coming up with a video how to be better. One, don't lie to yourself. Like, don't fucking lie to yourself. I know how tempting it to lie to yourself sometimes, especially if you're coming across your ex, whether it's an ex-friend or ex-lover, and you feel like you need to have that like you need to have that kind of perspective. You need to show up as everything is going all right whatsoever. I do agree with not showing up whatever happening with your life, when it comes to your enemies. I do agree with that. But sometimes we tend to have that mask forever. We tend to put that, I don't want my friend to see that I'm actually struggling. I don't want other people to see that I'm this and that. So don't lie to yourself. Don't try and to buy that expensive clothes just because you're gonna meet, or you know that this place, there's a high possibility you're gonna meet people who you view as people who just don't want to see you doing good. Just don't lie to yourself. Just don't fucking lie. It can be anyway. You can lie to yourself in any way. You can lie to yourself and say, oh, all my exes are evil, without taking responsibility. Because whenever you engage with someone, there's a high possibility that you participated, whether your participation was a good participation. But you need to understand, why did I ever entertain this kind of situation? Why did I ever help this person? This person is evil. Why did I have to protect them? Why did I have to do that? Why did I have to show up as if we are good public, while in privately we are suffering? Why you did that? And then you just have to be honest with yourself. Don't fucking lie. Don't fucking lie. That what made people be like where they are. They lie. They always trying to cover up what is exactly going on with them. It's okay, I'm a hermit myself, so I choose to withdraw whenever I'm struggling with things. I choose to understand myself, because I speak with God often. I speak with my ancestors so often. And as I do that, I get like download what exactly is going on. Sometimes I need a healer, another person to hear, or maybe someone, I need those words, or maybe a song or whatsoever. So we need to not to lie to ourselves. My finance situation is awful. Okay, how I'm gonna help myself with that? Okay, maybe I need a job, or maybe, oh, I can't find a job. Maybe I need to really be strict with my budget. I don't like, there was something that I once had in mind, the fact that, oh, people who actually billionaire, they eat whatever they want, which is true. But I realized even the richest people, they do budget. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, it makes sense. Because why would you, especially if you know the value of money, it's okay to, it's okay to have a budget. It's like it doesn't, you don't have to be a millionaire, you don't have to be multi-million. Budget is something that everyone should have. But I did have that mentality, like probably rich people don't even have budget, they just whatsoever. Like I get it, but I just realized no, they do have fucking budget. They know that okay, they need to spend this money this month or whatsoever, those kind of things. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Don't lie. Don't. Mm. Secondly, fuck society norms. Just fuck the society norms. Fuck the programming. Just sit your ass down. Just fuck it. Just fuck it. Just step on it. That shit is bullshit. Those people were trying to really fuck us with whoever created it. I'm sure they're miserable. There's no way that you can follow that shit and be okay. We are designed differently. We are God's mirror. And that's why I have a big breast, you don't have a big breast, or you have a small breast, I have a big S, you don't have a big S. It's because we're not supposed to look the same. We're not. This thing of fucking like society standard, I need to have a big butt. Like it's so fucking systemic. Don't fucking follow that shit. Don't fucking follow that shit. If you know that educationally you are suffering, and you know that I try my best despite the fact that okay, I'm just gonna, just don't fucking like, you don't have to follow through. You don't have to follow anything with society norms. That shit is bullshit. And I'm gonna say this again. Narcissist, narcissist people, such sociopath people, they tend to, they fucking, they fuck up our society. They fuck up our own humanity. And I realize a lot of people in the public figure, they are doing that, but not all of them. People on a public figure are really fucking up our society, our humanity. They created this mentality that you have to have everything in order for you to be respected. But to be honest, you can have not what society view, because at the end of the day, this success mentality, this having it all car and whatsoever, I'm not saying it's wrong, because everybody want a shelter, everybody want a car or anything that they want money, because we live with it, we need it. But this kind of success that we program into, it's sometimes you just know this is not the kind of definition that you want. That is not how you define success. This is not how you actually define whatsoever. So fuck society's norms. This is a fucking bullshit. They don't give a fuck about us. So anything collectively wise, it's bullshit. And I even look at the gay community, and I'm like, fuck, there's some shit going on there. There's like, I even show it was even manifested in my dreams. Like there's some really shit going on with gay people. I'm not saying, because I do believe people are actually born gay. I've met like two people who were actually, I knew they were different, but I didn't know how until later someone came in like, oh, my son is he's gay. I just don't know how to, and we're like, okay, it makes sense, because I do believe people can both be gay, but I also believe that people who are gay for wrong reason, like, okay, I'm not gonna dwell on that, because I just wanna talk about how to be better. Don't follow society norms. Don't fucking follow that. I need to have it. No. Just ask yourself. Go within. What is exactly good for you? What is exactly? Do I need that? Do I need that car? Do I need that? Do I need 10 cars? Do I need that? For me, I know that I deserve a private jet. I do. This is something that I've even said. Like, I will need to have my own private jet one day. Like, there's no way. I love traveling. There's no way I can say no. I rather have not have like a car that can take me. I can compromise. I can take taxi. I can take subway. So so I'm just talking about those kind of things. Just don't fucking lie to yourself. Fuck society norms. Just fuck it. Just fuck it. How many people are actually in debt just because they wanna look good, or they wanna have expensive clothes? Don't get me wrong. I prefer quality over anything, because what's the point of buying the legging that you know next day will be, or in the next 6 months time you will be looking wet as fuck? Like, I don't like, okay, that's how I believe that. Yes, But I do believe that you have to budget that. If you know that, okay, I can't afford these sneakers, then budget that. Because the thing is, not our situation is different. I'm not talking to a rich person, but I know that some rich people, they do have some principles around money. Because once you go broke, like the value of money, you look money differently. You will realize how different money is. So, okay, take responsibility. Like, take responsibility. You cannot be better. We cannot make better decisions without taking responsibility. Or else you're gonna be a shit, like a shithole, like for the rest of your fucking life. Because why? You don't want to take responsibility. Oh, everyone is what? Yeah. Yes, everyone gonna fuck you up without giving explanation. You feel shocked. Sometimes you go mentally feeling like you're mentally you are being arranged by the situation because the trauma is something else. You can feel like you are just in a weird space, which is normal to experience shocked when you experience some shocking things, traumatizing things. Sometimes they feel like a movie, you know? So take fucking responsibility. Even if someone does not take responsibility, just know, just stick with the truth because you are the only one who know what's up. You are the only one who know your truth. I'm not saying lie, don't lie. Just sit your ass down and be like, okay, just for example, this friend of mine really fucked me up. Really fucked me up, okay? And how I'm gonna move from that. Okay, you just have to try, stream, test the motherfucker, especially if you decide to let them go, but take fucking responsibility. How, why in the first place you ignore red flags? Because people who are shitty, they're always gonna be red flags. Like, I don't care even if it was a high school friend. I know this person from high school. This person I know it from my childhood. Because a lot of friendship from childhood, they're shitty as fuck. I went to the point that I'm like, I don't think I would fuck with someone. Still fuck with people who they met in childhood, but I know that not all of people experience that. It's just that for me, it feels so weird unless we both like meant to grow together. Like I don't fuck. Like I've realized energetically, I don't usually come across people who fuck with people who they used to fuck with from childhood, from high school. We just change friends, not because of it. Just doesn't make sense sometimes. Sometimes they have to betray us to finally let go. So take fucking responsibility. Even if you are the victim in the circumstances, just fucking know you're a fucking warrior. A warrior doesn't. Um, a warrior is someone who actually take responsibility. Is someone who actually can go far in life with integrity, with knowing that this is actually what is right, what is this is not what is something that I want to follow through. You just have to be in a place to be like, okay, they fucked me up, so how I'm gonna take that, how I'm gonna regain back. Because the thing is, you need to bounce back. How can you bounce back healthy without you taking responsibility? Because the most of people they bounce back unhealthy because they want to take responsibility. Because there's a reason why you entertain someone. It's either that person remind you of someone, or it's either that person. Because the thing is with betrayal, it's I'm telling you, God love us. Our ancestors love us. They will always show us, stay the fuck away from this person. Okay, you wanna learn in a hard way? Probably it's gonna be good for your um personal development. And be like, fuck, like yeah. And then you remember, oh, I saw that, I saw. Because he loved us. He will even use dream for you to see this is person you're fucking with is angry as fuck, or this person you're fucking with you need to cut them off, or just take fucking responsibility. If your job, you know that your performance in your job is awful, take responsibility. Okay, and get out of your victim mentality. Get the fuck out of the victim mentality, because we can stay there forever, and when you stay there forever, there's no throat. There's no fucking throat. You're not gonna throw. Guys, excuse me, this is an old hot head, and it's old and it's ugly. I love it. So just get out of that victim mentality. Oh, people are actually hating me. Oh, people are actually like, yes, 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 yes. But you can't just go from one person to another person to another. Like five people, you still don't see the lesson. Ah, ah, you don't play with us. Don't. I get it. You still. Some of us need to go to 100 kind of experience to have our awakening. Just don't stay there, guys. Just don't think it. Just because my parent abused me, now I'm just gonna be a dick. Mm-mm. Uh-uh. No, 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 no. Don't. Just stay the fuck out there, guys. Like I have, I feel like I am someone who has actually a lot of personality, but I'm not complaining. So forgive my facial expression. I just express a lot. Sometimes I get goofy. Sometimes I get like so get the fuck out of that victim mentality because you can't stay there forever. You can't. You can't. You can't be that. You can't always. You know that your boss is awful. Oh, my boss is actually awful. He always harassing me. He always does this and that. If you can, why don't you leave that company? While you still, or maybe you wait and still be searching for another work in order for you to leave that awful boss. You can't always complain to, like, guys, like seriously, like we are all going through shit, like shit, and we all going through shit. I'm not gonna always listen to you to complaining about the same shit. Like you can't tell me about the same nigga that fuck you up 4 years ago and you're still with that nigga and you know that nigga and you be like, bitch, sit down and hell, move on from that shit. The victim mentality, you can't tell me that you're still dating the nigga that you've been complaining about for 4 years to me and you expect me to have an ear for you. Nah, call me mean, but nah, this time around I listen to people twice, and the second time it's a fucking solution, bitch. Because why? You all like taking energy out of people complaining about the same shit but no result. Like you're not even taking fucking responsibility because you wanna always be in the victim mentality. Like what? Like what? I cut a lot of people who were doing that to me. Because every time when the bitch just started talking to me about how much his husband is treating me, or blah, 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 I'm like, okay, I understand the first time, the second, but I was like, bitch, like you've been complaining about the same nigga for 4 years. You know what happened after I cut off that bitch? She broke up with that husband, and I was like, I was standing on her way because I was allowing it. I was allowing her to have someone to talk to because as much as she had someone to talk to, she was not doing anything because every time she come up to me, she come up hopeless, feeling like her spirit is down. She can't do anything with herself. She hate her life. So she coming at me knowing exactly that whenever she's coming at me, she's gonna feel uplifted, and she take advantage of the shit, and then was like, nah, this bitch is testing me, and it's like, nah, I'm allowing it. I'm allowing it. I can be angry and shit, but this bitch, I'm the one who's actually allowing that bitch to do that to me. Because at the end of the day, what? You need to set boundaries with your friend. You don't have to cut them off. It's just like for me, I knew that I needed to cut them off because the thing is, setting boundaries is important. Boundaries are everywhere, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially, like they're everywhere. Like I wish I knew about it, but at the same time I would be talking about it right now because the thing is it makes sense to talk about something that you went through it and you know you did struggle with it, because most of the time your purpose is around the struggles. Talk about it. So talk about those boundaries, friend. I don't appreciate every time whenever you're in my space we just have to talk about your boyfriend every time. I don't want to talk to you about your boyfriend. Come to, like, just talk to them. Just tell them. You always complaining about your financial situation, but I don't see you stopping your shopaholic tendency. I don't see you making progress. Do you need help or something? If they're still not like that, how? Ask them, how are you? This is a question that most people need to do with setting boundaries. This question is important, whereby you asking someone how, for example, like they're telling about your problem, and then ask them, what exactly are you willing to do about it? You will realize how many people shut up. Like for example, there was a man who actually reached out on my DM or on Instagram, and then he reached out. He looked troubled because I'm a healer, so most of the time people will attracted to my energy because of that. So I've like initially I used to listen to everyone and I'll be exhausted to the point that I won't even sleep because of anxiety and think about how that situation turned up, how did the person turn up to be, because the shit they were going through, they were hard. But most of the time, not all of people that need to be listened. You need to ask them what are they exactly need to do, because that person that reached out my DM, when I asked him that question, he disappeared, and I knew this one was the energy vampire. And there's high possibility that he cheated on that other woman because it felt like he was really unfaithful to that woman. He was not ungrateful to that woman. So I just knew that I need, as much I don't want to judge him, but I need to know what is exactly he's willing to do. Is he willing to let go of this whole thing by not healing himself, or what is he willing to compromise the whole relationship just because he's feeling selfish? You just tell people exactly it is. Bitch, you are really fucking up this thing. You are the one who's fucking up this thing. This thing of messing other people with lies, it's not it. Like, you'll never be better. And you never meet people who are actually honest as you are. Because why? You keep on lying. You keep on lying. You keep on making other people feel better by lying. You want to help, like, you want to other people. You want to be everything to everybody. Don't do that. I know it hurt. Like most of the time when you tell people truth, setting boundaries, some of them they want to lash the shit out of you. You end up asking yourself, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I did a mistake. Maybe I was not supposed to tell them. But whenever you're going back to that concept, you'll be like, no, I did right. But why? Because people, not all of them respond the same way. Not all of them. Some of them, they fucking hate what you said. But maybe later on, because recently, like today, I met someone, and this person I was talking to, and I was like, I do get frustrated. Like whenever I'm telling people what exactly is it, I don't care whether people get it or not, but I do get frustrated when I'm telling people, and then they make me a bad guy, and the next time they wanna need help from me. So I'm still trying to learn that how I'm gonna go about with the situation, how I'm going about like not being frustrated with that, because like you can tell someone, like for example, because I'm a prophet, so I see things, so I'm just gonna tell someone like, because most of the time I'm guided, sometimes like, I'm gonna shut up, I'm just not gonna bother this person, I'm just gonna sit and then I keep on saying people will be like, nah, I need to say this to this person, and then not all of them respond like, oh thank you, I need it. No, they're just gonna sometimes you be like, you need to sit on the door, and must be a distance to tell the person that whatever that you are meant to tell them, and then you realize, no, I was right for staying far from this person, because this person whew, was gonna woo me. So yeah, there are actually a plenty of things that you can be better, but I just have to stick to this 4 point. Don't lie to yourself, fuck society norms, take responsibility, get out of victim mentality. Because why? We never change. You can never change. If you can't realize this is a problem, you never change.